So this is going to be another movie review, reporting you live from the prison. Belmont Library. This one's called Phantom from Space, 1953. Independently made U.S. black and white science fiction film produced and directed by W. Lee Wilder. Stars Ted Cooper, Noreen Nash, Dick Sands, and Burt Wendland. The only actor I recognized was from The Wasp Woman, the mad scientist Michael Mark, who's also in Frankenstein. The original screenplay was written by William Rayner and Miles Wilder, working with most of the same crew. This was one of several early 1950s films made by Wilder and son Miles on a financing for distribution basis with United Artists, and on occasions RKO Radio Pictures. The movie poster says his secret power menaced the world. Cool looking movie poster. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. I posted the links to the movie and the trailer in the description area. Federal Communications Commission, FCC, investigators arrived in the San Fernando Valley after what appears to be a flying saucer crash, causing massive interference with teleradio transmissions. During their investigation, they receive eyewitness reports of what appears to be a man dressed in a bizarre outfit, which appears to be radioactive and thus a public threat. Their investigation uncovers that the man is actually a humanoid creature from outer space who is invisible without his spacesuit. They start a massive manhunt for the invisible radioactive alien running loose. The action culminates in Los Angeles, where the invisible alien has been tracked. He becomes trapped inside the famous Griffith Observatory. Never heard of it. A woman lab assistant discovers that he can be seen using ultraviolet light. The alien attempts to communicate by tapping out a code, but nobody can understand it. I thought the woman lab assistant could understand, but apparently not, according to Wikipedia. Now breathing heavily because his breathing gas reserves are now running low. He is trapped high up on the Griffith telescope's upper platform. All right. W. Lee Wilder formed a film production company in the early 1950s called Planet Film Plays for the purpose of producing and directing quickie, low-budget science fiction films. We like those on this channel. With screenplays co-written with his son Miles, Phantom from Space uses stock footage of radar rigs. Some of this stock footage would later reappear in Killers from Space. Another great Peter Grace movie, one of my first VHS tapes. Phantom from Space opened on May 15, 1953. Legend Films released a colorized version of the film. I watched the black and white version. Film historian and critic Glenn Erickson was humorous in his review of the film's DVD release. He wrote, "After a couple of uninspired pot boilers in the late 1940s, The Pretender is actually a good movie. Wilder hit his groove of incompetence with this no-budget wonder concerning the saddest space invader on record. Endless talky scenes alternate with the entire cast of 6 running back and forth in the old interior of the Griffith Planetarium. The poor invader is a bald muscle beach type in a radioactive spacesuit and a helmet that appears to be the same prop from Robot Monster." Another great movie. Somewhat altered. Okay, just meet me back here.
The library will be closing in 10 minutes. The public computers will be shutting down in less than 5 minutes. Please check out the items that you are borrowing at this time. For those using laptops, please power down your computers. Thank you.
No, I'm going to go through my list first. Patronizing librarian tell me to shut down my laptop. All right. The Dungeon of Horror is next. I'm going to Burger King to watch that. The Amazing Mr. X, Damnation Alley, Oh, The Dungeon of Horror is 1962. The Amazing Mr. X, 1948. Damnation Alley, 1977. Shadow Warriors 2, 1999. Law of the Jungle, 1942. Blake of Scotland Yard, 1937. Kansas City Confidential, 1952. Windjammer, 1937. Swampfire, 1946. Police Story 4. Blood Ring, 1991. Hostile Country, 1950. Rotor, The Wrong Road, 1937. You Bet Your Life. Identity Unknown, 1945. Chained for Life, 1952. Untamed Women, 1952. Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven, 1948. Beast from Haunted Cave, 1959. Moon of the Wolf, 1972. Hurricane Smith, 1992. Showdown, 1993. Best of the Best 2. TNT, 1997. My Dear Secretary, 1948. The Mystery Man, 1935. Bride of the Gorilla, 1951. Letter of Introduction, 1938. Dick Tracy versus the Mole, Season 1, Episodes 9 through 12. Devil's Island, 1939. Angel Town, 1990. Mercenary, 1996. Night Fright, 1967. DEFCON 4, 1985. Santa Fe Trail, 1940. Renegade Girl, 1946. Passport for a Corpse, 1962. Black Dragons, 1942. Cyborg Cop 2. Drums of the Desert, 1940. Shock, 1946. It Lives by Night. Law of the Jungle, 1942. It Lives by Night. Train to Tombstone, 1950. Deputy Marshal, 1949. Broadway Limited, 1941. The Strange Woman, 1946. The Fighter, 1952. Bamboo Gods and Iron Man, 1974. Zero Tolerance, Ulterior Motives, 1992. The Big Chance, 1933. I'll See You in Hell, 1960. The Case of the Eiffel Tower, 1955. Hostile Country, 1950. Three Desperate Men, 1951. The Star Packer, 1934. The Devil's Hand, 1961. My Outlaw Brother, 1951. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Talons of the Eagle. Riders of the Whistling Pines, Portraits of Terror, The Final Curtain, Safe and Effective, A Second Opinion, 2022. Malibu Crush, 2022. Dead Tides, 1996. Easy Money, 1936. Swing High, Swing Low, 1937. An Eye for an Eye. The Real Anthony Fauci, 2022. Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Burke.
The library and the restrooms are preparing to close.
The
We will
Giant
open again
Gila Monster,
tomorrow at 10 a.m.
1959. Shadows
Thank you for your consideration.
on the Stairs, 1941. The Bigamist, 1953. The Unholy Four, 1954. Triple Cross, 1966. Hold Me While I'm Naked, 1966. Head, 1968. 1990. The Bronx Warriors, 1982. Exterminators of the Year 3000, 1983. And Penny Serenade, 1941.